confident, take your time, and you know you're the only person who knows your matter. So don't worry. We're all a family here in Parrho and Parhao, so don't worry.
Can you please switch on your video, Mavish?
So what's going to
Oh,
happen in
okay.
today's debate? Uh, Ms. Mehmet, if you could explain what's going to
Yeah.
happen.
So we're gonna have each speaker from each team. So it's gonna be like one speaker from the team from for and one speaker from the team of against, speaking one by one. So it's going to be one person speaking for in favor of school, and then the next speaker is going to be in favor of online school, and then again the next speaker is going to be in favor of school, and the next speaker is going to be in favor of online school. This
We're going
continues
to
till all the
be debating
sorry
in pairs. We're going,
sorry
the students, everyone's going to be debating in pairs until the end, and after everyone's done debating in their
Mhm.
pairs, there will be a rebuttal round.
Yeah. And in that rebuttal round, you're gonna be getting a 1 minute max timer. You should not exceed that timer. If you exceed that timer, your marks will be deducted. So please do not exceed that timer. Your speech in the rebuttal round can be for 30 seconds to 1 minute. In that rebuttal round, please mention only the important points that you find from the other person's team that you want to highlight and you want to convert into your own matter. So this is, and Amal is gonna be playing the buzzer first at 2 minutes, just to warn you. And you will be hearing a buzzer sound. And then you'll be hearing another buzzer at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And at that time, the speaker should stop. It's encouraged if you don't use notes, but since you all are still small, so we're being lenient, but it's really encouraged. It would be really great if you don't use notes. I see some new participants too, whose names I don't have before. So I'll just take your names and ages so I can write that down.
While Ms. Mehmet is doing that, I'll explain the prizes
Mm-hmm.
and what the awards
Yeah.
are going to be. We'll have four categories. One will be Best Debater, one will be the most confident speaker, who has the best points or most convincing points, and there will be one or two honorable mentions who did very good, and we feel that they did a very good job in debating. So
Mm-hmm.
the criteria
Yes.
for these, if you want to win one of the awards, you need to have a clear voice, you need to make good points, um, try to make as much eye contact as possible, but it's okay if you feel a little overwhelmed, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's your very
Uh,
first time, so
yeah, obviously.
yeah.
The other criteria, along with being confident, having eye contact, everything. What else is there?
Um, if there's a pause, don't worry, it's gonna be fine, and they can repeat. They can take their time. Just don't worry. Don't uh, get nervous and um, forget everything. It's normal to forget things, so don't worry about that.
And everyone, please remember, as this is a formal debate, remain polite
Please
and
mute your
respectful.
yeah, and
And
please
keep your
mute your
mics
mic.
muted when it is not your turn to speak.
The speaker must keep their camera on because it is necessary for us to know who speaks. So please do keep your camera on, the speakers. And yeah, I think that, and then parents, I know it's your child speaking and sometimes you want to help your child, but it's requested if you could please not interrupt your child because it helps you to develop your child's abilities. So it would be really great if you guys please don't interfere. Thank you. Amal, do you have the buzzer ready? Okay. So the new participants, could you please tell me your name, age, and which side you're speaking on? Mm, Khadija Maria Muhammad, could you please tell me your name, age, and which are you speaking for online or in school? Okay. So apart from Ramiza, Tagdiz, Anaya, Tuba, Manal, Sara, Rida, Abia, Hamna, and Nawal. Sorry, not Nawal. Are these the only participants? If someone's an extra, then I could just put in they can just put their thing in the chat. All right then. So everyone, best of luck. Do well. Take your time. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. It's your first time, but don't worry. I know you all are amazing speakers, and I'm so proud of you all for joining. Do your best. So let's start with our first speaker of the day, Ramiza from speaking for online school. She's 12 years old. So let's welcome
Assalamualaikum.
Ramiza. Alaikum
You all
assalam.
hear me?
Mhm.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ramiza Maza and today I am here in favor of online school to emphasize that online school can shape you as a better student. Did you guys know that online school is not just about learning? It is about how to manage your time and it is also to develop learning skills. When was the last time you woke up when your clock struck at 8 a.m. and you started studying? Now, this is managing your time and studying at the same time. Many opponents may my opponents may protest that online classes can cause procrastin- uh, procrastinate, but online classes is not just about learning. You need to learn, you don't need to show your laziness is an individual trait. It cannot be only blamed at online classes. We are not only going through a developing learning skills, we are being introduced to a real world and lifelong skills. We are being introduced to the global village. We are being connected to the world, which is also connected through internet. As a wise person, you may see my thoughts as a better step towards the future. You need to you need individual attention of your teacher while you are speaking in your online classes. Online classes can also give this, but if someone is not attending his or her online class, this is not the teacher's fault. To help the students, the teachers are also giving recorded videos, PDFs, so the students must take help from them. So that's not that would not go in a negative it will not favor in a negative point of online classes. I'd like to end my thoughts with a quote by George Bernard Shaw: those who cannot change their selves cannot change anything. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramiza. Okay, so
Very good.
our
Amal, if you
next
could
speaker.
tell me in the chat the timings, please.
Okay.
If you can just send me the timings. Very good job, Ramiza. You did well. Excuse me, could you please mute your mic, Miss Rapida? Thank you. Okay. So Amal, did you send it to me in chat?
1 second.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Our next speaker is going to be speaking for in school. She's 12 years old and her name is Mana.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You said that it will be alternate, maybe. First, the
Sorry?
school, in support of school. First.
Yes, but yeah, so it doesn't matter right now because I saw that there's just 4 kids participating for online school. So I think it's better if we just finish off with online school first.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, everyone, just know um there's Amal is putting a timer. So if you hear the first buzzer, that means it's time to stop. That's the minimum limit. And then once it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, that's the final limit. And please don't speak anymore, otherwise more points will be deducted. Okay. So the next speaker is going to be speaking for in school. Her name is Manal. She's 12 years old and she's going to be speaking for in school.
The hope of a nation. The hope of a nation lies in the proper education of its youth. Good evening, dear friends and judges. Today, I'm here to
Manal, I think your
I
video
think
has
you,
paused. I
yeah.
think your internet has cut.
Mm, I think, okay, we can wait for Manal to, okay, Manal, your video paused.
can I just rejoin?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
go
yeah, we
ahead.
can hear you now. Okay.
Hamna, no one is talking at the moment. We're waiting for one of the participants to join.
Sorry, excuse me.
No, there's no problem.
The hope of a nation lies in the proper education of its youth. Good evening, dear judges and friends.
I think there's something wrong with your internet, Manal. Till you fix, we can't hear you. Can you try keeping your cam off and try speaking?
Okay. Is there any disturbance?
Yeah, kind of, but it's okay. Can you try speaking?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
The hope of a nation lies in the proper education of its youth. Good evening, dear friends and judges. Today, I'm here to totally convince my opponents and audience that in-class schooling is 100% better than online mode of education. From the moment a child is born, he or she acquires interpersonal skills and knowledge through interaction within a family, be it a smile, a giggle, first word, or a response. If it were not for a one-on-one education, the babies wouldn't have learned it. As we grow and step into the institution called school, we come under the supervision of an educator called the teacher. And through a teacher, a student learns and evolves in all aspects. Not only they learn the curriculum, but also develop their persona. In a classroom environment, students make friends, share their stories and experiences. They share their lunches, thus giving them a peek into the cuisine of their friends' home. Fun and enjoyment is just within the class, where teachers as well as students enjoy the light moments. Celebration of national days and exhibitions and shows always spark an excitement in the heart of the youth. In a classroom, the student does not need to carry his doubts home. He can easily discuss with his teacher and friends. However, in virtual mode, as we call it online, student motivation is lacking. Moreover, not all majors can be taught online. We miss our physical education classes and our lab visits, don't we? Online mode of education is also not affordable for all. It is also difficult for students to concentrate. As you see, there are so many distractions available. Kids usually slip to the social media tabs during classes and hence making it difficult for them to stay alert in the class. Well, I would like to conclude by saying, in a world of algorithms, hashtags, and followers, know the importance of human connection. Thank you.
And that's time. Thank you, Manal.
Thank you, Manal. Good job. The next speaker we're gonna have is Tadis from speaking for online school. She's 11 years old.
Yes, ma'am, I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Tagdees Iman and I am 11 years old. Today, the topic of my debate is online classes are better than in school classes. In online classes, we are safer from COVID-19 as we are not getting exposed. We can attend online classes from anywhere in the world. Students get the opportunity for self-study and this improve their confidence. Students know how to manage the time as the online classes section is only for some time. Online classes gives you more flexibility in timings and place. We can do other stuff and activities along online class. Thank you.
Good job, Tadis.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next speaker that we're gonna have is Sarah. She's 12 years old and she's gonna speak for in school.
Assalamualaikum, judges and friends. In this debate, I am in favor of in-school learning. To begin with, I think that education is one of the most important phases of our lives. But the question is, how will we do it? In my opinion, in school education is far more effective and thought provoking than doing so online. To back up my point, I would like to give evidence on a few points to be considered. It induces lively chatter and friendships among students and teachers alike, but also shows them the importance of socializing, which is something that has sadly been taken away from us under current situations. I would also like to point out that practical studies are far more efficient if done live and in person. For example, physical education is not methodical because the skills aren't being practiced. There are three parts of learning. First, you learn it, it becomes knowledge. Then you practice it, retaining that knowledge. And most importantly, and most importantly, you apply that knowledge, making it a skill. The third and final part is one of the most important, and therefore I say it must be applied in our education. I would also like to point out the mass use of the internet and gadgets. Of course, as many of us have realized, sitting in front of screens continuously can cause headaches and also various distractions. Thus, this should be eradicated as it is a hindrance to thorough learning. As a student, I gained a first hand experience in both forms of education, and I admit that studying really has lost its spark. As said by many teachers, they feel something missing when they have empty classrooms and stationery catching dust. What is a school without its students? In school, education may have its tweaks, but I stand by the difference and loss online learning provides to students and teachers alike. As students, it is our job to make ourselves heard and give evidence that in school learning provides more benefits than drawbacks. Sometimes we all need a nudge in the right direction, but to carry it out, it takes courage, and we are all indispensable if we want to achieve this goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Your points are very excellent. Well done.
Thank you, Sarah. Well done. Yes. Our next speaker is going to be Anaya. She's 10 years old and she's going to speak in favor of online school.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes, you are.
Anaya, we can hear you.
Hello, I'm Anaya Osman. Hello, I'm Anaya Osman and I support online classes because even in this hard time, our teachers did their best and hardest efforts to provide us good education. If it weren't for their efforts, we might still be in our previous classes. I think online classes are better because we get to explore new educational websites, quizzes, and educational apps. Another reason why I think online classes are better than school is because you only have limited time to finish your task. However, in online classes, you have a whole week to complete them, which is really comfortable. Normally at school, we compete within the class, which is a limited number of contestants. But in online competitions, there are contestants from all around the world. If we didn't have online classes, we might not have our amazing group, Parrho Parhao.
Are you done with your speech, Anaya?
Yes.
Okay, good job, Anaya. Nice point. Our next speaker is going to be Rida. She's 10 years old and she's going to be speaking for in favor of in school.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Rida Sheikh, and today I'll be Assalamualaikum. My name is Rida Sheikh, and today I'll be debating about going school regularly. Going school regularly is fun and with lots of benefits. We play with our friends, which benefits us with physical strength. We share tiffins with our friends and taste different foods and talk to teachers. Thank you.
Would you like to go again? It's okay. Do you want to go again?
No.
Okay, good job. Our next speaker is going to be the last speaker speaking in favor of online school. Her name is Tuba. She's 8 years old.
Assalamualaikum. I am Tubu Sayyid Farkasanen, and I am in the online school side. Online school is way better because you get to have, like, in the break times, you get to do whatever you want. You can read a book if you want, and like you can do anything. You can also eat whatever you want. Like some schools, they don't allow you to eat specific things in case other people have allergies. So then that's why it is also a good thing.
So
And
where your
it's
mic is
also
muted.
that some kids, they just do whatever they roll around on the floor in the park, on the playground, so then they could get sick, and then maybe their grandparents are staying over, and then they could get sick as well, and who knows what can happen. And especially that when I have to, at the end of school, I have to wait for a long time, and it gets very tiring waiting for my mom to pick me up, waiting outside for so long. Thank you.
Good job, Tuba. Our next speaker is going to be Abia. She's 9 years old, and she's going to be speaking in favor of in school.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Today I'm talking in favor of online school. In school. Going to physical school is a lot better for many reasons, such as students can socialize and their attention span is longer. In online school, students can't socialize properly. If a student makes friends at physical school, they are willing to meet them every day. It also helps the teachers understand their students better, resulting in a better learning experience. In online schools, students get distracted easily due to the lack of interest. In most houses are small and there are usually many siblings, so you can get distracted easily. If the house is small, then there's probably more than one person studying in the same room. So there's an even bigger chance of distraction. In conclusion, going to physical school is a lot better than online school. Thank you.
Great job, Abia. Our last speaker of the day is going to be Hamna. She's 11 Hamna is 11 years old and is going to speak in favor of in-school learning.
Miss Mehvish, we also have Fatma Junaid
Okay. What is
in
she speaking for?
favor of physical school.
Okay.
Okay, Fatma, your turn will be after Hamna.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, Hamna. Go ahead with your speech, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hamna Mahfouz. In-class schools are better than online classes in many ways because it enhances our critical thinking, improves our social skills, and develops concept in class schools. The concept can be understood easily. There is a lot of classroom interaction that students and teachers need, and we have a lot simply by we learn a lot simply by being around other people. And fortunately, in class school always has physical interaction that students and teachers need. In class schools have no distraction that helps them to do meaningful tasks. We have more face-to-face interactions that help us to build organizational skills. Um, we also we can develop our talents. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hamna, for the
Thank you,
excellent
Hamna.
points that you
Excellent
have made.
performance. Our last speaker of the day is going to be Fatima Junaid. She's going to speak in favor of in-school learning.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatima, and today I'm going to be telling you why physical school is better than online school. Distraction. You have lots of distractions. If you go into online school. All your siblings and everyone comes into your room and just walks around. You may get distracted in your quizzes or graded classwork. And you also might have bad internet connection, so your voice might break or you can't hear the teacher or any of your friends. Field trips and events. In physical school, you can actually go on field trips and you can enjoy the events. Talk to teachers. In physical school, sometimes you don't really understand the lesson well, so you can always ask your teacher. But in online school, it's a bit different. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Fatma. For the
Thank you,
benefit of
Fatima.
everyone here, could you please give us your age and grade?
Mm-hmm.
Fatma, how old are you, Fatma?
9.
All right.
All right, thank you. You made an excellent speech today.
Okay, so this wraps up our first part of our debate, which is the debate speech. I will be giving you all some time to prepare for the rebuttal round, about 2 to 3 minutes. The rebuttal round speech should be from 30 seconds to 1 minute long. You can
Again,
highlight points from other people, but please do not mention their names.
Yeah, so what's going to happen in the rebuttal round, you're going to give a small speech and other people can ask you questions and we might be asking you questions as well. And you can get new points from other people who have the same points as you. For example, if you were speaking for online school and someone else made a good point on the online school, then you can add it to your speech. So that will be the rebuttal round.
So take your 3 minutes if you want a piece of pencil or paper, and you can just mention. You don't need to mention a lot of points, just mention the points that you feel are really important in order to be highlighted. This will basically be the summary of your whole debate speech. So Abia, so your question is, do we just add more topics and read the whole speech again? So no, you don't read the whole speech again. You just highlight the main points that you feel are important, that you need to state in order to convince us that you're speaking for in school. So you need to make points right now to convince us that in-school learning is better than online school. So just mention those points. You can use points from other people. So if someone from speaking for online learning said something, you can just say the same thing again and say, I do not agree with this, and this is the reason.
Does anyone have any other questions? Or if anyone's confused about this, we can explain it again.
Excuse me, I'm in confused.
What's your question?
We have to make a new topic, or we will just add the points in our debate.
So you don't make new points. You can use points like if someone from online school said something that you think is wrong, then you can say that I think this is wrong because, and then give your reasons why. You can say that.
Assalamualaikum, Mehvish. This
Walaikum
is
assalam.
Samira. This is Mrs. Samira, one of the co-founders of Parrho Parhao. How are you?
Assalamualaikum. I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. If you don't mind, I have a suggestion. May I say it, please?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Having participated in a few debates myself during my school years, one thing that we can do is rather than every participant going for the rebuttal, you can the team members can even choose one participant to. So usually you can have
represent the whole team.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. You can or you and Amal, you can choose one participant who can collate all the points and present the rebuttal for and against, rather than everyone going through the rebuttal all over again.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, okay,
that you can do that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and then based on the rebuttal, you both can also decide who the winning team is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Good
Sounds
luck.
Good. Thank you.
Very well done, everyone. It's going really, really well. Good luck. Keep it up.
Okay, everyone. So there has been a change of plan thanks to Ms. Samira's suggestion. Instead of everyone making like a compilation or combining everyone else's topics, I would like someone to volunteer for the online school and for the physical school. What you're going to be doing is taking everyone's points, as many as you can remember. It's okay. Anya, Anaya, I know you're very excited. I can see that your hands up, but let me explain and then we'll choose, okay? So, as I was saying, we need one person for both sides, the online school and physical school, to combine everyone else's points. If you don't remember everything, it's okay, as much as you remember, and write it down into a list, and then we'll pick 2 people, one for each side, and you will give your speeches, and at the end, we will decide who is the winning team. Okay, so if you would like to volunteer for the online school side, raise your hands now.
Ramiza, Tagdiz, Anaya, and Tuba, one of you. Or you all can collectively select one person. You can put their name in the chat if you want to vote for somebody to speak.
Ms. Mehwish, we have 2 volunteers for the online school. Oh, actually 3 volunteers.
Okay.
How about we choose Anaya?
Would you like to? Okay. Would you like to club your points, Tagdiz and Ramisa? Remember, it should be for a minute long, 30 seconds to 1 minute long. So if you're not sure of that, okay. So Ramiza and Anaya,
How about you two use the chat box? to collaborate on ideas. And the one who will be speaking will be Anaya, but you can send your points to Anaya. So it will be like a group effort.
Or you could decide amongst yourself who wants to speak. You three can.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anaya.
Me and Ramiza, who else is like in the online group?
You, Ramiza, Tuba.
And Tuba.
Yeah, and Tagdis.
Excuse me, I want to ask that we four will collaborate and make the points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Collaborate, make the points, and one person should represent your team to speak.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
It's okay.
I want to ask that four of one will just speak all the points.
Yes. So you have 30 seconds to 1 minute. Don't make it more than 1 minute, otherwise your points will be deducted.
Okay, Tuba, Taqdees, and Ramiza, send your points or anything that you want to add to this rebuttal to Anaya, and Anaya will be the one speaking. If that's okay with everyone?
Is that okay with you four? You three?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay then. So if you could put your hands down, please.
So Anaya is going to be the one speaking for online school.
Okay.
Okay, and for the
now for physical school,
yeah.
if you would like, now whoever wants to make the
Volunteers,
rebuttal and
raise your hand.
who wants to make the speech. So we have Sarah. Anyone else? Hamna.
Hamna.
I think that's all. So
everyone of the team, if you'd like, please give your points to Sarah and Hamna. Can you both please decide who'd like to represent your team?
you can unmute and discuss, or you can chat it.
Or you
send
can,
in the
yeah,
chat box.
text.
I don't mind who is chosen.
What about you, Hamna?
Yes.
Do you want to be the speech, or do you want to?
Do you want to represent your team?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then. So are you okay with that? Other people of the team? Manal, Sarah, Reda, Abia, Hamna, and Fatima Junaid, are you all okay with that?
So Hamna will be the one who is going to gather the points and give the speech on physical school. If you guys have any like points that you want to add, then send them to Hamna. And also in your speeches, you don't have to say that this point was made by this person. You can
please
say
don't
that,
mention any names.
Don't mention any names.
Yeah.
You can say that if you want to like say one specific thing that someone else has mentioned, then you can just say that it has been mentioned or someone mentioned that, for example, online school is bad for this reason.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to give you a few minutes to work on that. You have until 5:50. You have 5 minutes, okay? Okay, so time's up for the preparation for the rebuttal round. We'll get started with the rebuttal round. Ms. Mahvish?
There will be a buzzer that Amal is going to play
Yeah,
first
just
at 30 seconds. That's your first warning. She will be playing another buzzer at 1 minute. Please stop at that time. Please don't exceed more than that, otherwise your marks will be deducted. So in the rebuttal round, we're first going to go opposite. So we're going to start with the online school, and then we're going to go, that is Anaya, who's representing the team. She's 10 years old. And then we're going to go, and then Hamna, she's 11 years old. She's going to represent in-school learning. So in the rebuttal round, they're going to state their points that they've collected by working collaboratively. And they're going to state those points. They may use points from the team against the team speaking against the notion to restate their thesis. So this is what, and then yes, and also you may ask questions, but please ask the questions after the speaker is done with their speech, just so that they don't go off topic. So yes. So Anaya, speaking for online school, could you please start?
Are you ready, Anaya?
Assalamualaikum. I'm Anaya Usmani. I'm going to be representing. I'm going to be representing in favor of online classes. Did you know? Not only does online classes help us to explore technology, but it also saves the planet in one way. Because in coming and going to school, our car gives out smoke, which will it pollutes the environment. Online school is better for shy people also because they get to express themselves. They get to express themselves easily. While in class school, they have to be in front of many students, which really is uncomfortable for them. Thank you.
And that's time.
Good work, Anaya. The next speaker, Hamna, she's 11 years old. She's going to be representing the team for speaking in favor of in-school.
Excuse me, actually my internet went off, that's why I had to rejoin and I missed all the points. I was writing them, so
Okay,
can
no
you give
problem.
some
You can
time?
take your, yeah, sure. Take your time. We can give you 2 to 3 more minutes.
Excuse me,
Yeah, go. Yes, Manal?
can I speak instead of Hamna?
Hamna and the other people, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, then Manal
Okay,
can
then
go ahead. Manal, if you're ready now, then you can go now. But if you want
yeah,
some time,
or you want some
I'll give you
time, you can take that time.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay, is my video clear and
Yeah,
my
everything's
voice
clear.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you. Well, hello again, dear friends. So now, as you saw, that my video was stuck and the mood of the competition was down for a moment. And that's not very good thing. But in schools, there is no problem like that. There is no slow network and no low battery. You can go to the libraries and read book instead of ebooks. You don't have to take any eyesight tensions. Also, interacting with new teachers and friends is fun. Thank you and have a pleasant evening.
Is that all, Manal?
Okay.
Okay, then.
Okay, good points. Now it's the time for questions. So if anybody has questions for Anaya to answer,
Judges can
people
also
from
ask as well.
yeah, judges and all people from the for speaking in favor of in school. if you have any questions for
Mehvish and
online.
Amal, please, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. No, I have a question for the dear students who were saying that who are for the motion that we should have online school. So one of the points that was made is that online school enables the shy students also to attend the classes, because they can switch off their cameras, they don't have to be seen, they don't have to always be on the spotlight. But isn't that exactly what we don't want to do? The students who are shy, we want to encourage them to go to school so that they can go to school and they can overcome their shyness. If shy students are going and sitting in the virtual classes, they can easily switch off their camera and like totally not be noticed at all. This is what we want to stop. And that is why I don't agree with the point that the shy students, it is good for them because they can attend the online school. And I feel that for shy students, going to physical school is more important so that they can overcome this shyness by being social. So I would like to know what you all who are for the motion of online school have to say for that.
Well, I first of all want to say that sometimes you can't close your camera. In the site we used to do online classes on, you can't close your camera. And if you do close your camera, our teacher continuously says to open it.
Okay.
One point, and the second point, you're always in the spotlight because the site we use for online classes has a tiled wallpaper which teacher can see anybody, and if anybody has closed the camera, she chooses him for the question. So I'm against this point that he won't be in the spotlight. He or she will be in the spotlight.
Okay. And that's a very good comeback. Thank you so much for that. And can I ask another question for the students who are for physical school, please? Amal and Mehvish, can I ask a question again, please?
Yes, of course, Miss.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
thank you. So one of the students made a very good point that how right now we have to be so conscious of our environment, and there are many cities in the world that are that have stopped like people cannot commute to work because there are so many emissions from the cars and from the buses. So this is a fantastic point that when we are stopping children from going to school, we are actually helping our environment by the buses which will not operate in taking kids to and back from school. Does anyone have a point to say to that? I mean, is that a valid point that by having school at home, we are actually helping the environment?
Ma'am, can I answer?
Yeah, please answer.
Can I answer for a second?
If we use use cars, so we can pollute the air, so we can avoid it by using cycles, electric cars, or walking. We can go by walking to school.
That's fantastic. That is such an excellent suggestion. Who was that, please? That's such a good suggestion that not only are we saving helping the environment, but we are doing some physical exercise as well by going to school by walk. That's really, really well done. I will turn off my mic right now, and I'll hand it over to Mehvish and Amal, who have fantastically moderated this session. Thank you everyone.
Can I
Thank
say
you,
something?
Mrs. Samira, for your amazing questions.
Anaya, what do you want to speak about?
She asked. She told the point for the next team, right?
Yeah.
That was our second point. The one she was.
Yeah, I heard.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Go
sure.
ahead, Manan.
I agree with Reda. She's absolutely right. But there is one problem with online as well. See, so much of like your eyes can get really bad. You can get eyesight tensions also. And as I'm having a spec, that's why I'm very like I don't support online classes.
Well, Manal,
Anyone
you
who
did
wants to
say,
speak against this?
now, as I'm not going to be speaking as a judge, but pretend that I am a participant here. Manal, you did say in your speech many times that education is very important, and during the corona pandemic, this is the best and safest option. So, don't you think that the benefits of online school are much greater than the negative aspects?
Yeah, but the thing that maybe who was it? Maybe Miss
No,
Samira said.
it's me. It's Miss Ahmad.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, okay, continue,
Question that
continue.
she asked.
Yeah, continue.
I'm actually defending like I'm speaking for in favor of schools, physical schools.
So do you have any point to argue with that?
No, actually, she talked about pollution, and now I'm talking about the eyes problem. That's why. So like I hope you
So
understand.
yeah. So everyone, so Amal asked a really good question. Anyone who wants to speak against that? To anyone from the team of in school? Because we need to
I would
decide a
like to
winner.
speak against
So
it.
yeah, sure.
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
So I would like to say that there are problems along every path, but sometimes we just have to sometimes change isn't always a good thing. Sometimes keeping to the normal things are better, and there's always an alternative, but it's our choice what we choose. And sometimes it can also be that a benefit can lead to more benefits. And I think if we go deeper into the benefits, we will see that in school learning is more beneficial.
If you're talking about the learning itself, yes, obviously, learning on site is way better than learning online. But of course, we have to keep in mind that this is during the COVID pandemic, and it is not up to us. It is for our safety that we are using online school. Okay, and Anaya, do you have a point to make?
No, it's
Go
not a
ahead, go
point.
ahead.
I'm just adding on. She said that she's considered about the eyesight. Well, eyesight only gets damaged if you like look at your technology really closely. It's not necessary to look really closely. You can either zoom in or you could like see it from a distance. There's no need to look at it from like less distance.
Can I please reply to what Manal said about eyeglasses?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, Ramiza.
Manal just said that due to being more on screen, it can cause specs, but that's not true. The time you spend on watching YouTube, playing games, if you reduce that time and spend more time on attending your online classes, can be very beneficial because our teacher are playing their role. The students should also play their roles. That's not true that due to online classes you are getting glasses. Uh, uh, my mother consulted a doctor. She said that only screen is not the reason. You like if your parents have, you can also get it. So online classes are not just the only reason to blame that you are getting glasses because of that. Reduce your screen time and then you just take your classes. That's also okay.
Good point. Ramiza, good point. So I'll be asking a question not as a judge, as a participant to the people in favor of online school. If we are roaming around with our masks, using proper hand sanitization, and we're all maintaining social distancing, we know there's COVID, but we're still doing all of this. Then why can't we have normal school? Why can't we continue with normal school following the same measures? Why is it so important to have online school during COVID?
Well, some countries like Pakistan already have like open physical schools, but it's not safe exactly yet to go to school as normally. even if you follow the SOPs, there's a very, very high chance of someone getting the virus. And there's a really bad chance of getting the virus because, well, sometimes it's just best to stay indoors. The virus could still be roaming around. You don't always have your mask on. For example, if you're eating lunch, you don't have your mask on, and everybody else also has it off. So that's why there are possibilities of you getting the COVID. That's why you shouldn't go to school just yet. You should have online class.
Okay, good point.
Does anyone else want to reply to Miss Mehvish's point? Go ahead, Sarah.
May I say something against online school?
Go ahead.
Recently, while we've been in online school, we haven't met our friends and many people that we're used to seeing too daily. And sometimes when we go to school now, it makes us feel nervous and we're losing that skill of interaction that we've been used to. And I think that it's better the sooner that we get into practice of interacting with other people, it will increase our socialization skills, which we have decreased over the year.
Can I say something against her point?
Go ahead, Anaya.
Well, first of all, this online classes are not the only way to interact, and real life physical is not the only way to interact. You can call them on Facebook or anything. You could call them on WhatsApp, Facebook, anything. It's not necessary to do it in physical. And as long as it's like meeting them in physical, we have to bear this. Or else, well, we have to bear this. The COVID is going on.
Sarah, do you have anything against that to say?
I also want to add to Anaya's point that interaction isn't really important. Your lives are more important than socializing. You can call your friends over WhatsApp, Zoom, etc. Many kids also did that, but your lives are more important. You should be more attentive during online school instead of caring for your friends, that how to interact with them and speak to them. There are many ways. You should not always focus on your friends, but you should also like focus more on your studies, because if we focus on like interacting with our friends, the COVID is really dangerous, so it has already taken many lives, so it's better to stay at home and take online classes rather than having interactions.
Yes, I agree with Ramiza.
Yes, Sarah, do you want to reply? Or do you want to make a new point?
Yes, if all the malls and many other places are opening around in some places in the world, then why not schools? Why do schools have to stay closed? Especially since some people have actually started meeting at various places. So why can't we use school? Why does school have to be closed? Why don't we do everything else online as well?
Can
Okay,
I say against that?
Anaya, you can go in a minute. Does anyone else, as Anaya has been participating a lot, does anyone else have something to say to Sarah? Abia, Fatma, Tuba? Okay.
I'm sorry I'm speaking again and again, but I'll also like
No, it's
to
okay.
include that
It's
Sarah
okay.
is
You're
saying that
stating your point.
malls are open, so at least malls aren't allowing kids, and in Sindh, malls like Lucky One aren't allowing kids to enter. And secondly, if others are doing something wrong, we are not the one to get in the line and follow them. Like if someone isn't really caring about their lives, we should care. At least we should care for our lives, na? We should just stay at home, be like stop socializing that much. And if you want to meet at malls, then go ahead. It will cause it's dangerous for your own life. Then it's very bad for your own self.
Okay, it looks like Tuba has a point as well.
There's also another good thing about online school, that many of my friends are in different countries right now and we're still doing school. We don't have to be absent and we won't miss our education.
Yeah, that's a very valid point as well, that even if you're in different countries, you can still continue your education.
And I am also having a point that in physical classes, we are being absent, that we are going to attend occasion like anything festival. So we can also attend the festival and take our online classes and tell our teachers that we are on the festival and I don't want to just miss my class. So I will turn off my video and listen to the lectures. So it can be also helpful with this online class.
That's a good point as well, Taqis. Does anyone have anything to say to
Yeah,
either
good
Tuba or
point.
Taqis?
Well, you shouldn't actually be participating from different places, like if you're at the festival and things, because it can be distracting, because sometimes you have your friends there and family and things, so it's not really the best environment. And if you want to ask questions, it's not really the best place to focus if you're doing it from different places.
Anaya,
Can
go
I add?
ahead. And then after
Yeah.
Anaya, Fatma. Okay?
The festival was just an example. I mean, first of all, how can we even go to a festival at this period? And second of all, even if we are at a festival, it's not. Why would we even take classes on a festival? And which festival is at morning? Mostly online classes are at morning. Festival was just a example.
Okay, Fatma Junaid, you can make your point.
Okay, it could be anywhere. Anaya is right, it was just an example, but it could be anywhere. You might have, like in the car or somewhere, you're taking your online classes. You will have lots of distractions because of the noises and you cannot hear. So maybe going to physical school is better.
For everyone making these examples that you might be outside and you can still do online school, don't you think that it would be better to put priority on your education? Just like if you have a party going on or a wedding going on during physical school, you'd still have to attend the school because it's more important than going to a party or wedding or dawat or anything like that. So same thing in online school, you should be prioritizing your education. And if it's really urgent, for example, you need to go urgently to a different country for important reasons, then it would be okay to do the online class from somewhere else. But other than that, most people do not decide to go to a festival during the online school hours. Okay, I think we should be wrapping up our session for now. We can ask one last speaker to speak on any of the points. Fatma Janet, is that for speaking or is that from before?
Yeah, that's
Anaya,
from
what
before.
about you? Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Yes, Hamna?
ma'am, if the schools get open, then they can at least take social distancing. While eating lunch, they can have social distancing and have sanitizers. That's why it is better.
Yeah, there is that point as well.
Excuse me, I'm going against her point. In my school, our teachers don't wear mask and they usually don't sanitize either. Just there's one teacher, English teacher. She is very careful about the cleanness and all that things. And rest of the teachers don't care about it's COVID-19 and they do not wear mask when principal come and then they wear mask. In Pakistan, in my school, this happens. I don't know in other schools it also happens, but in my school it happens a lot of time.
Yeah, this is a very strong point as well that not everyone would actually listen to the rules and wear mask and sanitize and use sanitizer. Okay, so all of you had very strong points, and the amount of confidence and delivery of your speeches is Very, very excellent. Well done, everyone.
Yes, everyone did a really good job. It was far better than expected. You all spoke really well, really confidently. And yes,
everyone
you all
managed to
did a
stay
really
under
good
the
job.
time limit, as well as
Yeah,
everyone was polite and
everyone
respectful, the
spoke
whole
within the
thing.
time limit. Yes.
But at the end, we could only choose
Yes.
some people for the
Also,
prizes.
so we're gonna discuss some the winners. So just wait for 2 minutes, everyone, please.
Yeah, just 2 minutes, and we'll get back to you with the prizes. While we wait, how about we give a short, very short new topic? You don't have to prepare anything, just like have an open debate of just 2 minutes. You're all allowed to unmute the mics and speak on, let's say, which is the best pet. Okay, cats versus dogs versus other animals. You have 2 minutes. You are allowed to speak on whether you like cats more or dogs more. Anyone can open their mics, and it's just for like a few minutes while we discuss the prizes. Okay, Anaya, you can start off, and you can easily like reply to her just like we did in the rebuttal round. You don't have to ask for permission. Okay, so go ahead, Anaya.
First of all, I'd like to say I don't like any pesticides. I don't like any animal, any insect, anything. I don't even like butterflies. Everything just scares me. But we had a fish. It was our lucky charm. We hired for a long time, and one day we were coming from a wedding. It died. I feel fish is the safest animal. I don't know why I hate every single pet, every single insect, everything. It's really scary for me.
Does anyone want to say anything else? Okay, well, Miss Mahfish is working. I'll speak. Cats.
I'm on the
Okay, yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. Okay. Dogs are, I like dogs because dogs are like a security system and they protect their owner also, and the owner's children, or they can put their child aside and the dog will just take care. I've seen many videos, and I really like dogs. And
Okay, how about I say something? Um, Cats are much better than dogs. They make much better pets. For one thing, they are much cleaner. They're much friendlier. They don't run around the house and go crazy. They will sleep on your lap, and they're very cute and fluffy as well. Uh, in terms of protection, or like protecting your owners, cats do that as well. And also, the Prophet ﷺ was very fond of cats. This is why cats are better. Sarah, you can speak, and then after that, Anaya.
So like something that I've read about cats is that they like they can lower your anxiety and stress, and they often help you to feel comforted, and I've also heard that they're good for health sometimes.
Yes, that is actually scientifically tested. Go ahead, Anaya.
I'm actually against your point that they protect because I hate pets. I never kept a cat for my own self, but I used to go somewhere and I saw cats are not loyal as dogs. Dogs will always stay by your side, but cats they stay when they like and they go when they do. Like they go away. They're not as loyal as dogs. Dogs will stay by your side forever.
yes, I agree with her point.
Tuba, Fatma, Abia, Manal. Does anyone have any points? Ramiza, Rida. No? Okay. About the controlling of cats, if you want it to come, it won't come. Okay, Tuba, just a minute, please. If the cat will come or won't come, or it won't listen to you, or it won't like protect you. Cats, if you touch them, everyone knows that if you don't touch a cat where it doesn't like it, it's going to immediately scratch you. Uh, this doesn't mean that they're not friendly. It means that they just don't like you. If they like you, then they're very cuddly. They'll love you and they'll play with you all the time. Not all the time, but they will play with you a lot. And also, it doesn't have to be, not all the animals should be in the, they should have like protection. They should be protecting you because like fish are good pets. They're colorful and sometimes if you watch really carefully, you can see them do cute things, but they don't protect you very well. So that doesn't really do much for which animal is better. Okay, Tuba, you can go ahead and speak. And then Sarah, you can speak as well.
I am against what Anaya said because dogs, they don't come to angels don't come to a house where dogs live in, which is a bad thing. That is why I do not like dogs. And birds are way better, even though they bite, it doesn't hurt me anymore if you get used to it. And they're very playful, and like my bird, they go crazy and they play with you all the time. And they won't bite if you don't do something weird.
Okay, so that looks like it was very successful. I hope you guys had fun with this small thing.
Yes.
Now it is time for the much awaited prizes.
Yeah.
Finally, we
And
have
everyone,
decided
if we
on
didn't have this pandemic, it would be really hard to start school online, sorry, in-person school, because our education would come to a halt. We wouldn't be having any exams, any learning materials,
the
nothing.
final team that won was the online school team. Everyone had, although you were
They
the
had
minority,
really
you
strong
had the best
points.
strongest points,
And I
and
know we
everyone
all
was
know, yeah,
participating a lot. So, I mean, everyone was
good job.
participating, but
Everyone did a really
the
good job, because
the
even though
online
we
school
love
team
school, but
was
looking at the
very, very
current
good.
pandemic, it is really important to maintain social distancing and staying apart from everyone, because online school is the bridge right now for helping students get education around the world. Because without online education, we wouldn't be able to even conduct this Parrho and Parhao meeting, of which one of the participants mentioned. So yes, it is really important to have online school, especially during the pandemic.
Okay, so let's have a round of applause for the online
Team.
school team.
You all did really well. All of you are winners.
Okay, now we'll have
It was
the
a really
individual
neck-to-neck
prizes.
competition.
Yeah, there was a lot of competition.
It was a really hard choice to select, but then looking at the current scenario and looking at this, yes. So
now we'll have the best debater. Just 1 second. Yeah, so best debater. You all had really great points. You all had an amazing amount of confidence, much more than my first debate. I could barely even get a few words out and nearly panicked. So our final choice was, wait, is she not here? No, she's here. Sarah Abid. You were our best debater for
you were our best debate speaker for today.
So the person with the best people, actually, there's two people here, with the best points. Ms. Nahwish, if you could do the honors.
Yes, so for the most confident, it's Tagdis and Anaya. You both spoke really well, and it was really hard to select one person. So It was a tie between both of you. So good job.
Best points. This was especially hard because everyone was making such good points. But the final tiebreaker was especially in the rebuttal round.
Especially during the rebuttal round. Some of you mentioned really strong points. And
so our final choice was, the first one is Namiza, and the second one is Mana. Congratulations.
Good work, guys. Both of you gave a really tough competition to both the teams.
Great job. And finally, we'll have the two honorable mentions.
And that is Fatima and Tuba.
Congratulations, both of you.
Congratulations. You both did a really good job.
I think Fatima and Tuba are the youngest here.
Yeah.
And they had very strong, excellent points.
Being really little kids, you both did a really good job. So in the time limit, you didn't exceed your time limit.
Tuba, you're one of the honorable mentions. Sorry, Mahdish, for speaking over you.
No, it's okay.
You're welcome, everyone. Okay, so I guess that concludes the whole session for today.
Everyone, you did a really good job. I'm proud of you all.
And if you didn't win a prize, don't be too upset.
You are all still winners. It was just a formality to select a winner. Otherwise, you all did a really good job. And best of luck for everything. You guys are really good debaters.
If you didn't win a prize this time, it's okay. You will have plenty of other chances.
Yes, this was a learning opportunity for all of us. So we learned a lot from this.
Yes, everyone did great, of course.
Yes.
So I guess we'll close up the session.
Okay, so
thank you so much. Thank you, Mavish and Amal, for moderating this session. It was amazing. I hope everyone has enjoyed. Thank you so much. Should I end the meeting?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. See you.
Assalamualaikum.